Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the International 4 North American English Hub presentation. We're going to start things off with the Southeast Asian qualifiers, also includes the Korea region as well. And of course, this all is presented by Monster Energy. I'm LD. To my left is Basekip, one of our resident Southeast Asian Dota experts, along with, of course, Merlini and Gods. Guys, how you doing?
Good.
Fantastic. Excited.
Excited.
Yeah.
Ubosyan! Busyan!
This is the qualifier we've been
Or
waiting for.
will it be a day of OLOTs?
Not the OLATs. That's the last thing we
Roland,
need.
I want you to have OLOTs on cue, because we might be playing it a lot today.
Why are there no Australian teams?
But not
Look,
for this first
Look,
one.
there's one Australian team. There's
That-
Team Immunity.
That should have been there.
They could have been there.
Could've.
They
More shots lobbed at Valve here.
look. Honestly,
Look,
Team Immunity.
Less so at Valve, more at Korea Dota. But
Yeah, maybe.
I've got enough to say. I've said
Well,
enough.
Team Immunity just, if they were going to be invited, they need to have slightly stronger performances in Southeast Asia. I mean, they had an opportunity in the inaugural. They signed up for a couple of other Southeast Asian events in like the 2 months leading up to qualifiers, and just didn't have
Yeah,
the
it was
most
mixed
impressive
results.
performances. Yeah.
They took games here and there, like they were losing 2-1 series. They took games off RQ, but ended up losing series. So yeah.
Typical Merlini effect. Like our episode for In the Studio where we introduced K-pop Tosis, first thing out of his mouth is, I think stats are stupid, and just
still think
taken out
stats
of
are stupid.
context.
So
and
now we
waste
have to
of time.
so we have to
Yeah.
defend Oz
First
Dota.
thing we start the
I'm just
Southeast Asian
wondering.
qualifiers
Yeah.
with is,
No, true.
why aren't there any Australian teams here?
I'm
You just like
asking
to
you
stir the
guys.
pot, Ben.
I don't know.
The easy answer is because Australia does not have six-figure prize pools like Korea does.
Well, it
Yeah.
also has
We
a
don't-
very crappy connection to Southeast Asia, and thus discourages people to play.
We don't have international exposure. Is the big
Yes,
thing. Like
because we don't have six-figure prize pools.
yeah. Team Immunity are far and away the best
Yeah.
team in Australia, but
It
nobody.
falls off pretty fast
Yeah,
after
no-
that.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, look,
No. The thing is just
we would disagree.
yeah.
I don't think it's a fall off.
The problem is nobody outside of not that many people outside of Australia watch
Yes.
Australian Dota.
I've watched a little.
unfortunately.
Well, I'm falling asleep.
It's got more depth than Korean Dota has. As far as I think your third and fourth best Australian teams would beat the third and fourth best Korean teams.
Okay. Well, lest we get too derailed here, guys, of course, this is the Southeast Asian Korean qualifier. We've got 10 teams entering today. We'll be covering all 4 games simultaneously. If you want to check out all the coverage here from the North American Hub, where we have D2L, Dota Cinema, of course, BTS, as well as High Ground TV, and then some freelancers like Basekip here. Then head over to twitch.tv/team TI4NA, or alternatively, just go to beyondthesummit.tv, and you can find links to all 4 streams there. We've got the 3 main casts as well as the couch cast, which may not be getting a lot of casting to start today, but we'll at least air the game. Have one person on there.
Cam.
Yeah, nap cam.
Yeah.
It's late at night. Some people will be adjusting their sleep schedules, but I'm excited for today. And with that being said, our first game is loading in right now. So
It's not loading.
okay, it's not loaded, but we're trying to load it.
This is get used
We're
to
trying, guys. That's what you
We're
need to
getting-
remember.
All
And-
the players have loaded at the very least. So
Oh, that's the other thing. Southeast Asia, for anyone who doesn't know, isn't familiar with the region, is notorious for server instability, connection instability, and general internet issues.
How'd
And
BTS do? We all loaded in? Yeah, we all loaded in.
We all
yeah.
I blame the
America has solid
SEA
internet.
casters.
Relatively.
SCA or Chinese casters
Yeah.
probably.
We love them dearly, but they could stand to get some better internet. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
But today is not that day. So it gives us more time to talk about today's schedule,
Yes.
look at the
Let's go.
qualifier quickly. If we have our schedule ready,
I got my schedule.
Roland is trying to do 2 things at once here, but
Yeah.
we'll take a look at the schedule for this stream, and then we can also talk a bit just about, I think, the groups in general.
Okay.
So the schedule for this stream, Gods, you
Yeah.
want to run it down?
Me and Ben are going to start off with Zephyr versus First Departure. So our Ameri-Koreans are going to be starting off in the mainstream. Then we go into Scythe versus First Departure, Zephyr versus Mineski, and Scythe versus Mineski. Then we have MVP versus Orange and Mythtrust versus Execration. Then Orange versus Zephyr. So 7 BO1s.
We got as far as the first game on the actual...
No, don't worry. You guys don't need to show that anymore. That's fine. I was just reading off. But looking at the first 2 games. So Zephyr versus First Departure, then Scythe versus First Departure here. Upstairs in the BTS 2 stream, AC and Fear are going to be casting Arrow versus RRQ, then Mineski versus Orange. So
Ooh,
Beyond the
those
Summit 2.
Those are like my 2 favorite games out of these 2 streams.
Yeah.
But,
Dude, we just go pander to the Zephyr fans, though.
okay.
It's all about the...
I do not approve. We should be
Pandering.
pandering to the Filipino Dota fans, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're not
That's-
casting the games here. What's up with that? They deserve the royal treatment.
What is this schedule?
Mineski's
Gods?
second, aren't they? I don't know.
All right, so stream number
We're doing
3.
Mineski versus Zephyr. That's where the big esports dollars is at.
Okay. Bring it in.
We've got that. We've got that coming.
All
later.
that ad fill in the Philippines.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really good.
I love that.
But stream number 3, High Ground TV. That's your other
Yep.
kind of standard official cast.
Scythe vs Execration, which is
Pretty good
Yeah.
game.
interesting match because that's where Execration they've tough match in their opening match. If they can cause an upset, they're going to go off to a good start.
From your power rankings, Execration is in the top 5, it sounds
I give
like.
Execration a shot at that match.
So that could be one of the best matches that we're starting off with on the High Ground TV.
I think if Execration win that match, they go through and make top 4 in the playoffs. Like that's
Just off that one game.
yeah, sure. I'll give them a
Sure.
ton of momentum.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
But they've,
And-
I don't. If they lose, they're still in it with a shot.
And on the
for it.
couch cam?
we got MVP versus Myth Trust.
Okay.
So a kind of 50-50 game as well there. So
MVP, that personally a team that I have is a dark horse to actually finish 4, 5, 6. But
Yes.
with that being said, that's our initial schedule, guys. So I think it's a good time to go through and kind of do power rankings. Ben, you'll probably be useless for this, but
Scythe.
And
then Zephyr,
I could be say BPB and say Myth Arrow.
Myth Arrow.
Myth
Arrow
Arrow.
number
So
2.
we had,
Myth
for those who
Arrow.
missed it, we did
Oh
an
my
episode
God, that
of
was
In the
classic.
Studio.
It was so
PPD
funny.
called in. He wanted to just contribute mainly his opinions on North American Dota or the America qualifier. And we said, hey, PPD, what about these other regions? And he proceeded to say, I don't know what I'm talking about, but if I had to guess the first place team for SEA, I'd say Myth Arrow. And we're like,
Myth Arrow.
PPD. That's 2 teams.
It's 2 teams. Yeah.
Those for second place. He said Scythe first and then Myth Arrow
Okay.
second. Because it was like who would win the wildcard match, and he's like, oh, who's going to come through Scythe through the SEA one? And we're like, oh, it's going to be Myth or Arrow, and he heard it as Myth Arrow as one team name.
He's pissed off fans from multiple regions with that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless. So
End of the day, he's at TI4 and they're not.
let's
so.
start with base kit for this. Ooh. shots
Oh,
fired.
shots fired. Stating
That was an
facts. Ollie.
iceberg.
Stating facts, okay?
Come on,
That's
guys,
all
this is
this
the
paper has.
qualifier. It's about the qualifier teams.
Not
Yes.
about.
Let's keep the focus where it belongs, guys.
Look, I have Myth Trust in my top 2.
Stop pandering to the EG fanboys.
Okay.
I demodded
Yeah.
RTZ, by the way.
Good riddance.
I turn on subscribers mode just to make an announcement, and he tries to start an illicit substance spam.
A copy paste arena.
Yes,
Copy
I said
paste
not today. RTZ, you're gonna be timed out for a day or
Good.
two.
I like
See if
it.
he's got his behavior together in the future. But let's do power rankings. Talk about how you guys think they're gonna finish. We'll start with base kit, Roland. If we can go to the no.
No.
Let's okay. Never mind. We can't go to that.
Okay.
But we
No,
can
no.
still talk about it.
Yeah.
Top 4 teams. Oh, let's start with base kit.
Okay, so I think everybody's going to be saying Scythe pretty much no matter what in the top 4. I think that's
Yes.
not too much of a contest. They've looked really strong, historically pretty strong. Then a lot of people have been saying Arrow. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think I agree, top 4, but not necessarily number 2. And then you get into some really weird.
I'd say there's like
territory.
5 teams that people give a strong 4 or 5 teams that people give a strong chance to finish.
Let's
in
stick to
those
it.
2
Power
spots.
rankings. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1,
Let's
2, 3,
speed
4.
things up,
Oh,
base
God,
kit.
okay.
Scythe
order.
first.
Okay, Scythe, Arrow, and then I'm gonna go with Myth Trust RRQ.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree with this guy.
I believe in Myth Trust.
Okay.
But
He sounds
Sounds
like
like
he
he
knows
knows
what
what he's talking
Gods,
about.
you're
We'll
here to
see.
spice it up.
do you got?
My power rankings is different to my actual predictions, though. I'll give my power
Oh.
rankings.
What?
Look, power rankings is who I think is like the strongest, but I think upsets will happen. let's just
Okay.
say.
Well,
My
give
power
us
rankings.
quickly.
Power rankings. Arrow number 1.
Okay.
Scythe 2.
Okay.
3. Oh God, who's on the team? Who are the teams again? 3. I would give Orange Esports, and 4. I would say RRQ on my power rankings. But I think Myth
So
Trust.
you think Orange finishes 3rd?
I think they're. As
This is
far
your
as their-
power rankings.
As far as their current form,
What's
I
your
think it's pretty good.
predictions?
I think predictions: Arrow Myth top 2.
Wow.
I think
After
Myth,
the group stage or after the whole thing's done?
whole thing's done.
Okay.
I think Myth may finish 3rd or 4th, but make that
Okay.
big run, late run.
3rd, 4th.
I think Myth Trust Arrow will be top 2. I think Scythe will be 3rd, and I think 4th will be, I don't know, anyone. Maybe Execration.
Okay. Well, you're a very shitty Mineski fan. I'm going to be a good Mineski fan.
Yeah, I should.
Mineski first place. They win the qualifier. The Filipinos, they return to the international. And
Mineski number 1, Mineski number 2, Mineski number 3.
How well do they do at
Execration
TI4?
finishes 2nd.
Yeah.
It's an all-Filipino affair.
Yeah, and top 2, all Filipino grand final
And
at
then-
TI4.
And then the 3rd, 4th place teams, obviously the Koreans make a big stand here. Zephyr
Ooh.
finishes 3rd, just out of the running. And then 4th place, MVP Phoenix. No Scythe, no Arrow, no RRQ. They're all dead. Prediction.
Wow.
It's a stone cold lock. I'm slightly being facetious. My serious power rankings would be Scythe first. I think Arrow second, and then I would actually say third Myth Trust, and fourth, I think we'll see a bit of a surprise, and either Execration or Mineski. If I have to pick one, I'll say Mineski. Slip in.
So these Korean teams have no chance.
Aw.
Very little chance.
Not no chance. There's
They're
I feel like
underdogs.
First Departure is the one team I feel like has no chance, but that's more just my personal feelings.
Who has a better chance out of the two Korean teams? Which
I think
MVP.
MVP Phoenix by a long
MVP
shot.
Phoenix? Okay.
Yes. 100% agree.
Okay.
I love Zephyr, but I think MVP.
Yeah.
Do you guys think they're gonna bomb out or just underperform and not qualify?
I said in the pre-show, I think it depends their first couple matches. If they start off bad, they will end bad.
Ben, you're good friends with a lot of the players on Zephyr. What's their
I don't think
kind of
they'll-
attitude in the locker room coming into this?
I think they've tried to change a lot of things in the past week or two. I've had to personally try and give them advice because they've been emo boys. So
Did you give them a little pep talk about loser talk and how to keep a strong team ethic and
Did you tell
spirit?
them to watch your patch analysis?
I told the supports to concentrate on 3 things, and it's very easy.
Okay.
And hopefully they can follow it because some people flame the supports.
Merlini's keys to success.
Stack, check runes, protect blitz. That's it.
That's all they got.
That's
That's
the
all.
golden
That's
formula.
all they have to do.
That's all they had to do.
Okay.
I actually mostly agree with that. They are
I-
chronically
that's
underfarmed.
perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
The rune control thing I haven't
okay.
noticed quite as much, but Blitz not getting enough support has
Well,
been a big issue.
It
for
also
this
helps
team.
with number 3 with
Yeah.
not dying, not protecting blitz.
Yeah.
If you get the runes, then he's protected.
That's actually the interesting thing with Zephyr is if Blitz has a bad game, it feels like the team's got really nothing in the tank. Partially just the way that they draft, and also it's Blitz. He's very comfortable if he's snowballing. Like everyone knows him for a Storm Spirit. Those who followed his stream and heroes like TA, Shadow Fiend.
He's an item dependent player.
Yes, exactly. He doesn't feel comfortable when you throw him on Dragonite and you say you're going to get no farm, or even like a Doom with a Blink Dagger. He's had okay games there, but that's not really where he excels. So with that being said, we're trying to load in, I think, for the third time now.
Yeah.
Welcome
type
welcome to
in-
the Southeast Asian qualifiers, guys. You're going to be here for a while.
We're doing like the equivalent of like roll call in kindergarten, where they go through your name to say if you're here, because
well,
they're
you
trying
can
to
just,
figure
you
out
can
who's
just
not.
ping. You get a list. Only people
Yeah.
are connected you can
Yeah.
see when you ping. So,
Nexon
noob admins.
Nexon haven't figured that out.
Just kidding.
Everyone says it's a Russian guy.
They've actually been very organized. I think it's worth mentioning. You
This
brought it
Dota
up earlier.
community.
They've already done every coin toss, and they've filmed them and uploaded them to YouTube.
Yes.
So there's no debate.
No debate, no favoritism, they rigged the coin toss. They've been very organized and amazing in a lot of aspects. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so biggest surprise of the qualifier. I think that's my next interesting question. Like, which team do you think will be the most surprising and do
Mineski.
really well?
Mineski.
Mineski. Ben?
What's up? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this game started. You said Mineski and
Are you
the
gonna
commissioner-
single-handedly-
Look,
Who
the
is-
commissioner's on duty right now.
No.
You can't pull him
I'm
away
trying to
from the
solve
job.
issues.
Who is the-
Someone
okay.
else.
We'll go to you.
Okay.
Biggest surprise.
who-
Team will outperform better than the average Joe Schmo expects.
Who is going to surprise people? I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have counted out First Departure. I don't think that they're necessarily going to go from where people are placing them, like 8th or 9th, all the way up to 1 or 2. But
Mhm.
I think, when we were talking about teams who could surprise and take games off teams that they're not expected to, I think First Departure could be.
And that would
one of
leave
those
them like
teams.
middle of the pack.
Yeah,
like third,
I think
fourth.
so. Like maybe they're going to be in contention 4th, 5th. I'd say that they're a team that has a chance. If we end up with a massive tie for 4th, say, that you could see them in amongst that pack.
Okay, and now it's time for our shots fired segment. Which team is going to flop, completely disappoint, bomb out? It's a disaster
I say
for their
orange.
fans. Orange.
Orange.
The
Got
mo-
it.
the
I think it
most
might be
likely.
ROQ. I don't want it to be them because they're one of my favorite teams, but I think that's the team I think is most likely to bomb out.
I'm a little. Orange has looked really bad in some of their games they've played. Like if you go back like 3-4 weeks ago, but I'm a little surprised you'd say that, Ben. He's not even listening.
You're surprised that I say that?
Yeah, they have a lot. They have Winter and Sharky, two very experienced veteran players. Generally, teams with more veteran experience are the ones that maybe don't quite make it, but they normally don't bomb out.
You're calling Ben out on like a random prediction he made.
Yeah, exactly.
He just
It's a
chose a
random
team.
one. I chose a team.
I want him to explain himself.
He
Is
doesn't
that-
like
is that
oranges.
so much to
That's
ask?
like he had a banana for breakfast and thought, man, I like bananas today.
I will actually
think
say that.
all the other teams have like something to prove. They're like they're fledglings. They really, really want to get in a TI. And all the ones they've been there. They're like,
They're complacent.
they're complacent.
Yeah.
I will
We
say.
just lost the drive.
I will say I
Old
want to
man
see.
Dota.
I want to see if Winter brings his A game because as he's my friend, he's a fantastic caster. He's made impressive performances at international tournaments in the past.
Everyone
But
is loaded.
every time I've cast him, that team, Winter has given up first blood, often 2-3 kills in the off lane. This was over like 8 games. I'm sure he's had better games, but Winter, prove something to the fans.
So
I believe in you, but you got to prove it.
Stop being a feeder, basically.
Yes.
That's what you're trying to put
He'd
politely.
probably be the first person to admit it, too. Winter's a very honest guy.
No.
Avoid the mot note.
So stop
Yeah.
being a feeder,
Winter is
please.
feeding.
Stop being a feeder. You guys are gonna bomb.
Okay, team that I think
That's
is
what
going
we
to
say.
bomb.
Those are the 3 steps for
steps?
Orange, right?
Oh,
Stop being a
geez.
feeder.
I think
Stop being
Zephyr
a
is going to
feeder.
bomb. I hate to say it. I think they're going to completely flop. They maybe like win like 3 games or so, and that's about it. And with that being said, guys, we're finally ready.
Boom yakasha.
Well, no, we're not finally ready. Roland's giving me the timeout.
Uh-oh.
Roland, you need to get take a
time.
piece of paper, figure out what your hand signals are, and give us a list. So we stop seeing you like this is Roland at the producer desk. He's like a traffic director, except he's got a if you're supposed to go, it's like 2 completely different dances.
We got to get some
Roland,
of those airplane, the orange.
We're getting this because he didn't do his job, so it's okay.
The no
Okay.
go.
We don't have the custom draft overlay, guys. We won't have our fancy hexagons. But with that being said, it's finally time. You're watching the International 4 North American Hub's coverage of the Southeast Asian Korean qualifiers. And with that being said, Gods Merlini, it's time to help ourselves inside the draft. This all brought to you, of course, by Monster. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, LDZ. I'm now here. Our game 1 of today in the SCA qualifiers. Zephyr up against First Departure, joined by Merlini.
Hello.
A team you've been quasi-coaching from afar, Team Zephyr. What do you think their chances are here against First Departure? Definitely one of the easier matches.
Pretty good, I say. First of all, they're one of the weaker teams.
Yes. I mean, this is, a lot of people would say, 2 of the quote-unquote weaker teams in the qualifier. At least teams people aren't expecting to finish in the top 4 as much. So
I think people underestimate Zephyr a little bit. Not a lot, but I think they have a chance at top 4.
yes, I agree.
They have Sexy Bambo, who might take the title from Jimmy as best thrower in the game.
Still trying his hardest.
Still trying his hardest. Corey is a very solid carry player. The other 3, they're inexperienced, but they're still good enough that they can make a run. I think that one thing that they lack compared to a lot of these other teams is just lots of competitive experience. They've only been together since, December? So we're talking about 4 or 5 months. And First Departure, Orange, like a lot of these guys have just been playing for years and years and years, and not only together, but together competitively.
And Bambo's the only one with like a lot of competitive experience, like many years, and even him, he's never been on like that big name, like long-term. He was on EG for a while, did all right there, but that was when. He was at a TI, so I mean, he was also we had a fantasy league, and Bambo had the worst score in the fantasy league for his feeds that tournament. So that was obviously one of the. I mean, that not to take anything away from like end of the day, you're at TI, you've proven something to get there, and there's always a team who finishes last. Like people joke about 0-16 MUFC, so Bambo was the MUFC of TI2 basically. But still, obviously, a very capable player. I think, like you said, Corey to me is the big star of this team in a lot of ways. Like he's so consistent.
He's the most promising.
Yes, I think if you're looking to make an American team and build it, like looking to build an American team, this is the guy you look to try and grab for your team.
Where's the
Obviously.
Marana? We saw
don't
Marana
know.
probably first picked or first phase picked in almost every single one of the games.
Okay.
And Ancient Apparition, he's just not terrible.
He was ignored the entire America qualifier.
Yeah, he's okay, but I would say he's a 3rd or 4th pick, not a 2nd
Yeah.
pick.
It's going to be interesting because like every region has very distinct play styles. Like if you go to the Chinese games that LD and I have been casting in the summit, AA has been first 2 picks always as well. So the American teams just seem like they don't care about him, but here we see him get picked up.
I don't think that. Naga Siren, so that's the first important thing that I see for First Departure. Wow.
So let's sit back. We get ourselves a 60-minute game here at least. Morphling versus Naga
Probably
Siren.
longer.
Yeah. What's the over/under and how long this game lasts? I'll bring out the tequila shots afterwards. You said it, and I'll choose.
I don't know these 2 teams enough, but I'll say 54.
54.
54, 0, 0, and 1/2 second.
Okay.
So game clock. There's no.
If it's at 54, then it's under, basically. Oh. It's so hard to say over that.
It could just be a complete bomb.
Yeah, I mean, you have a bad early game, it's only a one-sided game.
But I don't think either of these teams are going to GG out early. Not like NAR,
Yeah.
15-minute GG.
So
10-minute
you're
GG.
set on the 54 over/under?
I'll go with it.
Okay, I'll go under.
Okay.
Okay. We're on.
We're on. I think I didn't
First
wanna-
better
I
today.
didn't want to say 60. But
No, that'd be good. Oh, I thought you'd go lower even, like than 54.
yeah,
I don't know.
Dire team
Yes.
pick.
Like I'd be like maybe 50. I would say would be.
50 is probably a better one.
But
whatever.
you're screwed now. Maybe not. We'll see. This is
I'm
more
committed.
Morphling versus Naga games, and we don't know for sure it's a Naga farming, but this is an SEA team, a team who used to be with Miracle himself, so obviously known for that. And now there's Death Prophet. This doesn't bode well for you, perhaps. Blitz on the Death Prophet, most likely.
Death Prophet's actually really good versus Naga Siren. I think she's one of the best heroes against her. Firstly, she has a lot of things working for her. First, you can ghost while you're slept, so it'll do a lot of damage. You pretty much have to run away. You can't set it up if Death Prophet's already ulting. Good AoE clear, short cooldown against the Naga Siren, images, and the silence, so you can actually kill her. And okay, rune control, not the best, but good enough so that a mid Naga Siren will not have an easy time.
5
Okay.
seconds
Well, looks like it
remaining.
will be a Wraith King support then with the Death Prophet, and more importantly the Morphling pick. So.
Very few people run
Farming Wraith King, yeah. Some of the Chinese teams have been, but yeah, not much less so anywhere else.
So this is going to be a Cory Morphling?
Yes, I'd be like 95% sure of that.
I haven't seen a safe lane Morphling in a pretty...
Yeah.
I haven't seen it do well in a pretty long time.
They could do mid Morphling with like a safe lane Death Prophet, but I still think it's Cory on the Morphling even if it goes mid. Because Blitz has almost always been playing the Death Prophet. But
That Prophet's
Radiant
underrated, man.
team banned.
That
Yeah.
hero should have seen more play in NA.
well,
or
for now,
in Americas.
FD, Brewmaster it up. We've seen quite a bit of Brewmaster. Would you say Brewmaster was overpicked in NA, picked the right amount, underpicked?
It's picked the right amount because I think silences are
10
underpicked.
seconds
I
remaining.
think like heroes like Draw Ranger is crap. So like Skywrath, Death Prophet, who else is Silencer,
Disruptor.
Disruptor
Disruptor's
was picked an
great.
appropriate amount, I think. And like just silence in general, people don't get them. It's not like
Yeah.
Brewmaster's gonna get a BKB, or if he does,
Even just like a Storm Spirit who goes Orchid first.
Yeah.
Like there weren't any like Orchid Rush heroes. No Storms, no Queen of Pains.
yeah, there really weren't. So I think that's
Radiant team pick.
that's where Brewmaster really shines, where you can't really kill him with silences, and you just lose a team fight almost every time he does his thing. But I don't know. I don't particularly think Brewmaster is terribly great here. They have the Doom that was picked after the Brewmaster, obviously, but I don't think it fares terribly well versus Death Prophet. The long duration silence is gonna make him suffer, and he doesn't really end games early, I'd say, and that's what you need to do versus the Morphling.
Prepare for
So,
battle.
yeah.
All right, well, we'll get ourselves in the game here. It will be a last pick Doom for Zephyr for first departure, last pick in the Timbersaw. What do we think of the last two picks here, Ben?
Timbersaw and Doom. I think Doom's a really good pick here. It's very good versus Tree Armor. Very good versus Naga Siren, and very, very good versus Panda. I'm surprised we didn't see that more in the American qualifiers too. Timbersaw, I think he suffers from a lot of the same problems that Panda does. He kind of falls off a lot, and he's especially terrible versus BKB. They do have two strength heroes, but these aren't the heroes that you really want to be killing. You don't really want to go into Wraith King first, and Doom is almost certainly going to get Doom off in the fight, so you don't really want to go for him either.
Yep.
And I don't know, it feels a little lagging. I think I would prefer something like a Centaur, let's say. Centaur is not a great counter versus Doom, but is decent counter initiate. Doom, Stampede, run away, and you fight when everything is back up or when Doom is worn off. And it's just a lot more burst to kill someone like a Morphling or a Death Prophet. They have to kill Death Prophet early in fights.
Yeah.
That's probably the most important thing.
Yeah. As for Zephyr, I mean, as far as, I guess Doom not bad against Brewmaster, but are you even going to, if you're dooming the Brewmaster, it means Timbersaw's doing a lot of damage in a team fight. It's going to be hard for Bambo to choose exactly who he wants to be dooming
I would say Panda.
this game. If you can get him before the ulti. I guess once he's ulti, then
They
you look
have
for
silence,
Timbersaw.
though. Don't underestimate silence.
Yep.
6 seconds of silence is ridiculous.
All right, for those of you complaining on the stream, the Dota TV audio issue is being fixed for now. We're restarting Observer PC. Ben, you're on camera control.
Blitz has messed up his block very, very badly.
That's actually makes a big difference in the mid lane, I'd say.
It does, but
Especially
it looks
against
like
Naga.
Chains didn't really block. So
He's still got it a bit better for him, but yeah, he messed up his block as well. So not the best start for either player.
this tri lane should have dropped their ward earlier. Purge has a ward on him. I think he needs to drop it behind the tower so they can actually zone out the Timbersaw. Without that, he's just going to be able to leech experience.
Yeah. Well, we'll see Dafa out there in the offlane. He's up against the tri-lane, so probably tough for him to get XP. But as for the offlane, Bambo's completely abandoned. He's gone straight jungle on that Doombringer, so we'll see him with ensnare creep to start things off. That's actually one of like the best creeps you can get as a Doom. Getting those little skeleton warriors that you can summon to help you jungle faster.
Yes.
I love getting this when you go straight up jungle Doom at least.
I would say that or the Satyr is really
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah.
So this guy actually messed up the pool. So
Yeah.
tomorrow fucking land. Well, that's not good. He does have boots first, so it's very unusual
Yeah.
to see a boots first Treant Protector stack
Yeah.
and not put aggression in the mid lane. I think he could have like wrapped around over here and just
Yes.
kind of zoned Death Prophet out and made things a little bit easier for the Naga Siren. She's gonna have bottle I think before 2 minutes, which is really good, especially considering he went null first.
Yeah, it's going to be off to a good start for him. As for and normally you see this Treant with boots first is because you want to get aggressive. Use that power of the level 1 leech seed to try get yourself some kills. And there's no one offlane. Like Doom's not there. You're not killing the Doom. He's almost got to rotate all the way to mid lane with. And if he's trying to gank the mid lane Death Prophet, he needs the Lion with him because he's not killing Death Prophet without the Lion as well.
But they have no idea where the Doom is. He could be like Quelling Bladed over here, and again, they don't have reservers in the in the safe lane. It's very unusual to see that come after watching a lot of NA Dota.
For now, Doom just farming away in the jungle, and it looks like Blitz's his bottle's going to be making its way out. But as for your opposing Naga Siren, already off to the Bottle Crow war. So both mid heroes will just be farming away, bottle crowing for days, and nothing too special there. But what do you think we're going to see any sort of early rotations from either teams with their supports?
AA is notoriously poor at rotating, I'd say,
Yeah.
unless you have a ganking partner. So really, you're just watching the Wraith King as well as the tree, I'd say, because Lion doesn't really offer that much damage. And since he got boots first and not really doing anything, it's really unusual to see this actually.
The boots first Treant?
No, boots first tree and
Oh.
not doing anything.
Oh yeah. It's so hard. Like, where can he help?
He can just stack
Yeah.
these two camps. None of these two are
Yes.
stacked.
Yeah, the block on the normal big camp is nicely done, but
He's just like chilling next to the Panda and soaking his XP. You want level 6 on Panda as soon as possible.
at least Panda is getting the free farm here, and we'll have imagine a fairly fast blink dagger. But all in all, early game, fairly. Ooh, Duff needs to be a bit careful. Does not get the Timber Chain off. This is gonna be first blood. Corey gets the last hit as well. Of all the heroes to get the first blood on, that is your ideal target if you're Team Zephyr.
Well played.
Couldn't quite get the Timber Chain out, and they managed to lock him down with the early cold feed and the chilling. People underestimate the damage output from an AA tri lane.
Yeah, chilling touch is a little absurd. So I do like AA's build going for the 1-1-1 early. Is generally 1-1-1. I don't know. Some people don't like cold feet, but I think it's nice for the value point. I think they actually killed Timbersaw because of it.
Yeah. Oh, I think it stopped the Timber Chain. It was
it
he
did.
Wraith Fire Blast. He tried it timed it
I don't
perfectly.
actually know if he had enough range on it though. He
The
might have-
Timber Chain?
Yeah.
No, he started to actually chain himself away, and then it stopped like as soon as he started to move with it. It was one of those like
Oh, okay.
it was one of those like mid-cast interrupts, like when you telekinesis after he's already cast it.
And living armor is not proving to be terribly useful either. I'm not sure if it was actually cast top when Timbersaw was gone on. It's not really helping Naga Siren secure a good mid. Blitz almost has double the CS of the Naga Siren right now, 29 compared to 15. So that's a big win for the mid lane, and see some fighting around the 4-minute room, but it won't be top lane. They will
Radiant's
secure a
middle
haste
tower is under
for
attack.
chains, but all in all, it looks like a passive game. When you see
Yeah.
Morph on one side, when you see a tree and knock on another,
And
you're
he's-
probably in for a long game.
He's missing a ton of CS mid lane while he's gone. He was like there was like 4 or 5 creeps at his tower, which he just straight up did not get when he goes for that rune. So sure, he gets himself a haste rune, but
Yeah.
it's unlikely he gets a kill with this. So end of the day, he's missing farm, which he'd much prefer to have at this stage.
You'll see Arteezy a lot. He'll just straight bottle crow
Yeah.
even when the rune's about to respawn, just because he doesn't want to miss against CS.
His supports will be like the ones who take the runes more than anyone. So both teams just trying trading farm, and it looks like for now Zephyr getting more farm out of the lanes. Would you say?
Yes, mostly because of the mid lane.
Okay.
And there's
Doom jungle as well, I guess. Well, Doom's actually your offlaner, so Doom is kind of comparable to the Timbersaw, but Timbersaw is really struggling to get farm.
yeah, again, they're not stacking too. It's right before the 5-minute mark, and this dude
Yep.
isn't stacking. So I can tell that FD is not terribly versed in the ways of 4 protect 1, although they should be because that's what they run all the time. It's all about stacking, man.
Well, we'll see what the plan's going to be here. KS still farming on. Man, this guy's going to have such a fast blink dagger. He's already got up to 1,700 gold. We could be
Yeah.
looking at that kind of 7-ish minute blink dagger.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, what did he really have to follow up with it, though?
Yeah.
He won't. There won't be a level 6 Dream Protector. Timbersaw, he can probably be able to be the main killing partner. Lion is desperately trying to scramble for levels 2.
Meanwhile, Corey already has his Midas up. He's used it just now, and with that first blood gold, he gets this 5-minute Midas, and he's off to the races as far as farm
I
goes.
regret my 54-minute line. That was a terrible line.
Especially when they've got a Death Prophet as well.
Yeah. I was like, I thought that FD would be a little bit stronger and better at pulling because Naga Radiance is so damn hard to push in that, but
That's true.
it's gonna be late.
Still early days, but yeah, well, that's the other thing. Like, we have to see how Zephyr actually shut down the Naga. If they gank this Naga a lot, use the Wraith King plus A to get
They
some
don't
ganks.
they don't have to shut her down. She's just not farming
Oh,
fast.
man, yeah, it's 30. It's catching up. Only 12 CS behind Death Prophet at the moment, so no longer getting doubled up on. But like you say, still not fast by any means.
Yeah, I think with the tree, you should be a lot further ahead. I think he can just get a Quelling Blade and just last hit over Death Prophet very, very easily. But now she has phase boost. Things are a lot more difficult for the Naga Siren.
Yeah, and Wraith King picks up another smoke. So Zephyr, I think, pretty intent on using this. Well, it's still on his stash, but once he gets it out, probably intent on using this to maybe get that first kill on. Well, Naga actually has ulti. At this point, if you're ganking Naga, you've got to get the kill. And I don't think, without a Doom, they can't really
Doom's
kill
almost
Naga.
level 6, though.
Yeah, maybe that's the plan. Get Doom 6 and smoke with the Doom and kill Naga. Could be a decent idea. KS has his Blink Dagger, but well, Doom has a Blink Dagger. 6-minute Blink Rush, no Brown Boots. This is purely, I think, to shut down the Naga Siren, would you say?
It could be just for Timber, too. They can transition very easily into tower pushes, and Tree is very, very poor at saving towers against the likes of Death Prophet and heroes that have just a ton of burst damage to towers.
Yeah. Bambo leeches a bottle charge from mid from Blitz, and he's going to, looks like maybe go for one more Devour. This Devour will get him close to level 6. And from there, he can look for that first gank of the
I'm
game.
just watching this Naga Siren, I'm just like, oh my gosh, she could have so much more gold right now.
What has she done wrong? Like, where...
She's just like not efficient at all. She's doing neutrals when creeps are dying in a tower, and she's also checking runes when creeps are dying in a tower. So she's missed like probably at least 15 CS just simply by not being there, not even by not last hitting. And Quelling Blade I think is really, really essential to the early game for her.
Got the first stun off Dafa, needed Timber Chain out, will miss it. And that's going to be a kill. He was in a spot where it's like, what do you Timber Chain? That tree that was poking out would have blocked his Timber Chain out, so there was really no way out of that one once he got stunned up.
Indeed.
And TP out. Wraith King going to TP bottom.
Brewmaster's level 6 with ulti. Skeleton King is not, so he may be able to leash from experience, but if they initiate on him, he's dead. But I don't know if that's worth it for him.
Brewmaster ulti for the Wraith King kill is... If you get the tower, yes, but I don't know if you get the tower. Chains meanwhile getting doomed up near the mid lane, living armor. Where is it? Chains is actually still on the run here. Should be okay for now.
They don't have any boots on Zoom, so...
Well,
he does have Scorched Earth, but it's only level 2.
It's not like Death Prophet can really keep up that easily. Naga Siren has incredible base movement speed, so getting the kill there pretty tricky. And you can see a blank net worth. Neither team with much going their way. Both teams with 0. Error, sorry. Fire Conrad. Man, he says he didn't touch anything. I don't believe him.
Naga Siren going for the drums first, so if she goes for Radiance, it'll probably be like 22 maybe the way the game's going right now, unless Panda really secures a lot of kills for them. And it looks like this tower will not go down yet this wave, no siege creep, and live to fight another day.
I think FD their mid game, as much as like Naga's their late game carry they want to get Radiance, I think they need a fight in the mid game with this Brewmaster. I think if they just sit back and farm, like this Brewmaster's a useless pick. Sure, you'd be fighting maybe 4v5, but at the same time, Zephyr want to farm the Morphling. So if you force teamfights at bottom lane with the Brewmaster ultimate, yeah, you can win those. Maybe you want line level 6 first, but...
I think there are better heroes that they could have... If they wanted to play for Protect 1, there are better heroes, especially if you want to gear into the late game, I'd say. Like, Shadow Theme, I think, is really good all game, whereas Tree tends to fall off. And Panda, he is really strong, like 6 through 30, 35 minutes, and after that he tends to fall off. But usually when you're winning with Naga, it's around like 30 plus minutes. So they have this weird timing that doesn't overlap that much.
Well, here we go. Another attempted siege of this bottom lane. Tower getting lower and lower. Line just throwing some pot shots at it. We'll nuke out the wave here, and haven't got Arcane Boots to really sustain this, but it looks like they should be able to get this tower now. There is a glyph available, so maybe we look at Zephyr making defense of this one. They do glyph it.
He is level 6 on...
Yeah, he can just go in and tank this almost, if they do want to defend it, that is. They go with the blink. He's got level 6 though. I don't know about this one. They'll kill him off once here. The TP in could be a problematic because it's actually Corey gets thrown up in the air. Can they kill Aosa in a second time? Here comes your blink on the Doom. Lubby going to be the one they focus down on, and Lubby's got no way out. A bit of a questionable engage from first departure. What are they thinking going to Wraith King, who's level 6? The waveform after KS is trapped, surrounded. Wraithfire blasted up. 4 heroes on top of him. Blitz throwing out the Crypt Swarms, and one more will do him in, and that's a terrible fight for first departure.
That was questionable.
Well, questionable.
They bought time for Naga Siren, so that's kind of nice, I suppose.
Maybe kill a top lane. Dafa, no, he'll get forced back with the TP from the Wraith King, and Yeah, you create a lot of space for Naga Siren, but
Why didn't they do that as soon as they saw Wraith King and when he was level 4?
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
he showed up to leech XP, and sure, he's sitting far back,
Radiant's bottom
but
tower is
even
under
when he's
attack.
sitting, if he's sitting forward with Reincarnation, you definitely don't go on him.
That was really
They could have dived the tower to kill him with Reincarnation. Maybe it doesn't end well because TPs come in and kill you, but
Radiant's bottom
at least
tower
you kill the
is
Wraith
under
King there and
attack.
trade like 1-for-1.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to get return kills when your second person TPing in is going to be like it's going to take like 6 seconds. So they kill Wraith King immediately, and then they can still probably proceed to get more if the Wraith King is down.
Radiant's
But the
bottom
way they chose to
tower
engage
has
that was just
fallen.
extremely strange. FD giving up so many kills, so much experience, and not really being super efficient with their farm. So Naga Siren probably their one and only hope as soon as this game goes
Yeah.
past 25-30. Unless Panda starts getting kills. It's not too late for them to take a big team fight.
Well, Lion's still at level 6. I think Lion being 6 is crucial here because they need to have that ability to burst down one hero at the start of a fight. Like, if they don't get... Like, where else is their damage coming from? Treant has no damage. Naga's not coming to fights. Timbersaw, in theory, does, but it's just not as reliable, maybe, the damage output.
It's true. But, I mean,
Radiant's
look at
top
this
tower
Morphling
is under
already. He has
attack.
Midas. He is number 2 on CS, but in terms of net worth, he is pretty darn high. A good
Yeah.
1,000 above Blitz. And Blitz is going my favorite Death Prophet build, the 5-2-1
drum.
build. Dude, Phase Drums uses. So
What's the 5-5-2-1 build?
you have 521 MS. With
Oh,
Phase.
with phase drums yields?
Yeah.
Do you have to pop the drums to get there?
You have to pop the Phase.
Okay. Oh, pop the phase. Gotcha.
It's a legit build.
Really?
That's one of my favorites. Also, if you're really good about the timing with the Yules into a silence, you can like Yules a Brewmaster and silence him before he pops his
Radiant's
ultimate.
middle
Yeah.
tower is
Same
under
with like
attack.
Timbersaw before he Timber Chains, same with Naga before she sleeps.
Ghost being used mid. They want to push down this mid tier 1 tower.
They should.
And Blitz is just going to get this solo, it looks like.
They just need to limit the space that
Radiant's
they can
middle
farm.
tower has
There's a
fallen.
Hex, Impale. Lubby just going to almost get solo killed there. The living armor. There's Bambo showing up, and that's going to be the death of Lubby on the Lion. What was he thinking?
I should just go ahead and take my shot now. Can I go ahead and call out and get like 75% of a shot?
If you concede defeat. Okay.
I'll
take
concede
that.
defeat right now.
All right.
Okay. I can do that.
So,
I know I lost.
I'm in the clear.
You're in the
If
clear.
this does happen to get dragged out to 54 plus.
Yeah. I'll buy
It
out.
does, man. You're going to regret
That's
that.
okay. No, I'm perfectly comfortable with my decision
Okay.
with this.
You're bought out. 3/4 of a shot it is.
Yes.
You've got a long night of casting. Don't want to go too ham yet.
So all they really need to do now, I think, is just starve and choke out the Naga because they haven't been second camps and they haven't been using their jungle really effectively. And with the T1 towers down, it just makes it that much harder. They
Yeah.
do have level 6 on their supports right now, which will make things a little bit easier. But as soon as Morphling gets like a Linken's or Linken's Shotgun or Linken's BKB, it's going to be very, very difficult unless they have a super stack Naga. So they have to have a super stack Naga if they want to win this game.
It's already getting like near a 10k gold lead for Zephyr, which is scary. Not a single kill on the board for first departure. I've seen Naga Sirens turn around 10, 15, 20k gold leads, but this just does not have the feeling of one of those games right now, at least. Naga is getting closer and closer to that relic, but you're already looking at Death Prophet, who's completed Yules, Bambo with Phase, Blink working on a mech. It's getting somewhat insurmountable. Corexy is going to get gamed out of the top lane. The burst damage is there. The line with the Finger of Death to kill him off. That's a start more than anything. That's a start.
It was a good one. He didn't see them coming because of the smoke. They did have Zero Ward, false sense of security right there, and it looks like, I don't know about this.
Ooh, Timbersaw silenced up. Is there enough damage to bring him down here? Will go down. The Doom being used as well. And there will be an overgrowth, but that's a defensive overgrowth. Lubby now trying to TP out, and he stuns. Oh, the Yules! Nicely played by Blitz. Wraithfire Blast wouldn't have landed in time, and they'll get Lubby as well, so... They lose the Morphling, but they fight 4v5 without him and manage to get themselves a couple kills. Well, 4v4. Naga's bottom AFK farming, as you should be doing on Naga right now.
So not worth it. They can't take fights when Panda Ultimate's not up, unless they kill a lot of people.
I think it was okay just I mean, killing the Morphling, like, I think if you look at the Morphling 1-for-2 trade with Naga, I think Naga even got the T1 tower there, maybe?
Yes, he did. I guess that's about right. Yeah.
I think it's actually a good trade for first departure, looking at the big
Dire's
picture, but
middle
they didn't.
tower
They could
is
have
under
avoided
attack.
that fight up. They could have killed the Morphling and backed off, though.
Yes.
That
It
would've
could have
been
been
the best.
better, but it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
And Sexy Bambo looks like he's going for a mech. So I think
Yeah.
it's going to be an early push, but the question is, can they execute it? Pushing high ground into this lineup is not going to be easy. If Naga Siren doesn't have Radiance and they have an Aegis, it'll be really easy, but I don't know if they're going to be able to achieve that.
Yeah, Radiance is coming sooner and sooner. Already almost a relic completed for your Naga Siren. Other heroes starting to get some farm as well. Duff is just going to go for a mech for his team as well. So first departure say, Look, you guys get mech, we'll get mech too. Timbersaur's just so far behind, and Timbersaur's one of those heroes who I feel needs a lot of farm to be able to do a lot in the fight. He can't really do much without farm.
He has so little HP too, 834. He did go for a headrest instead of a point booster.
Yeah, he's thinking mech.
Yeah, mech's not the best versus AA, and he's a pretty good Doom target too, so he might not even get the mech off.
Okay.
So I think that more HP is generally better for him, but problem is none of the supports really have anything at all. None of them are close to their blink daggers if they're going for that. So it's all on Panda and Brew, or Panda and Naga rather.
And Panda's doing well. I mean, get looking at accepted level 11 Brewmaster, then maybe something can come of that from in a team fight. It helps. You can just cycle in up one target, and you don't have to deal with that target for at least the good 15 seconds or so in the fight.
Smoking up. They have the Panda ultimate up. This is going to be a questionable fight. Eosin does have his ultimate up. If they kill Blitz, it's going to be a one fight, but I don't know if they're going to be.
I don't think they're expecting to win the fight. They're hoping for like a break even, create space. This is a create space for the Naga Siren fight. Like, let's go lose a fight while we create space. They're going on Eosin as well. Bambo. Bambo's the target you want here. Eosin will have the reincarnation. They killed Bambo to start the fight. Here comes Corey. Just don't kill Eosin. You don't want to kill this guy. They'll lose the Trine as well. They've lost 2 for 1 here. Wraith King maybe going to use his reincarnation. They're trying to escape with the Earth Panda. It looks like they may succeed in doing that. Blink out, yet he gets it. I think that's a win for first departure.
That's a big win.
It's the create space for Naga Siren team fight. Honestly, the game plan is smokers fall into their jungle and go feed, so Naga Siren can farm. Well, maybe not exactly that. Like, they get a kill is great, but if they feed, so be it.
So be it indeed.
Lubby may die too at top. TP. Yeah, not happening. Why?
He has eels.
He should have just gone for the insta TP. I think he went for the insta TP, would have been okay.
I think he would have just been eels.
Maybe.
Question.
Oh, they almost got the A in the river, unfortunately. The Chain's getting that kill would have been his Radiance, more or less. He's 500 away, so
He's recovered very nicely.
this could be a comeback. Like, after seeing how the last 5 minutes go, I think there is a possibility of a comeback.
Oh, there certainly is.
But it's going to be tough. Something I think it was Baseskip brought up during the pregame is that Zephyr, when it comes to late games, they've thrown away like 10, 15k gold leads before, so not the best team when it comes to late game decision making sometimes.
Yes. Fortunately, this game really isn't on Bambo.
Yeah.
It's more on Blitz and Corey.
Okay.
And I think they're better at ending games, but
Yeah.
looks like they may go on mid. I mean, the blink on Doom hasn't really been terribly useful. He was standing up in the front over here, and if he wasn't up in front, I think they would have been a lot better off in the fight. But we'll see.
Very one-sided as far as the farm goes right now. Almost.
I don't know. Naga Siren, she might die here.
Gotta get that fast song off.
Oh, they know she's standing there.
I don't know if those two. If they get the Wraith Fire Blast, maybe.
Yes,
It's
if
a
they get the
2
right
hero-
first, sure.
Why are they smoking as
They have
2
a-
into the enemy jungle?
They
though?
have an AA replicate.
Yeah, it's
there,
true.
But it's still questionable.
I
So-
don't know why you should be smoking as 2. Like, yeah, I guess the replicate's there, but it's...
Well, it's too obvious here as 5.
yeah.
So I can see what they're going for, but it was low probability.
Okay. Well, now towards top lane, it's the, once again, create space for Naga Siren start. They can... If they focus their efforts on ganking Naga Siren, it means these 4 heroes get the top tier 1 tower. If they try and fight this, Naga Siren gets farm bottom.
They
so.
should have pushed towers a lot earlier, I feel like. I don't think they need to sit back and farm. They just need to take towers every time
Yeah.
Death Prophet's ultimate is up. And if they really want to fight into Death Prophet ultimate, then so be it. But they'll probably lose the fight even worse than that smoking.
They're going to get the top tier 1, which is nice. So Brewmaster will get that. There is a trade going mid lane as Zephyr want to pressure the tier 2. No need to defend this. Trade a tier 1 for a tier 2. Sounds bad on paper, but this game it's perfectly fine.
They can set up with a Song of the Siren. His ultimate's about to end very soon.
What are you setting up into, though, I guess? Like,
Brewmaster ultimate, Overgrowth?
it's still just a level 1 Brewmaster ultimate. That's just... Level 1 Brewmaster ultimate's pretty weak right now, I feel.
Yeah, but it's still about... I think they can trade even, which is good, because they'll delay the game.
Now Exorcism Born off, so I definitely agree. They can look to maybe fight this one. Oh, there's a Blink Doom coming in. That's a Broom... Okay, now you back off. Now you don't defend, maybe.
I don't know. Eosin's probably going to lose his ultimate.
Yeah. Adaptive Strike going in. Trine thinking about it. Get silenced up. Ice Blast could finish off this Trine. Oh, just walks out.
They need a blink on Wraith King. I think that's actually the biggest
Yeah.
thing that I'm seeing with the problem with these team fights. Blade Mill's like...
Ooh, Brewmaster's gone in. Purge is going to get wiped out. Bad positioning from Purge. What was he thinking there? Corey now in a bit of trouble as well. Forced them off a lot of strength. Stunned up by the boulder toss, but they're going to change targets here onto the high ground. It's Blitz here. This is almost a bigger target and a much easier kill for them. Blitz is going to get brought down by the line finger of death.
Oh, man.
you're going to be start wishing you didn't take back that bet.
This is so strange.
It's the collapse.
It is the collapse. They should have gotten a Blink Dagger on the Wraith King. If they had a Blink Dagger instead of Blade Mail, they're roughly the same amount of gold. They can initiate with the Wraith King and the Doom at the same time. So Doom will have his ultimate already used. Wraith King is Wraith King. You don't want to kill him first. And then they can just win a team fight by just going ham on somebody like the Brewmaster. So
Yeah.
it was a very nice initiate from Doom. He just had no follow-up. And also they chose to fight without Death Prophet ultimate. What in the world is that?
How good would you say is Zephyr's lineup at dealing with a Naga Siren split push late game in general?
Pretty poor, but you can still replicate it if Naga gets really strong, so that's definitely working in your favor.
You still don't get like, it's not like a Naga army, it's just a singular Radiance Naga Siren.
It's still good enough.
Yeah.
I guess Lion can actually
Mana
take it
drain,
out
yeah.
very easily, but they need a... I think Corey needs to keep the supports underfarmed so that they can't actually get Blink Dagger. Actually, Lubby already has a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that's actually... And I think he needs it more than the Treant, because he's the one who's going to initiate get kills. For Treant, you could even argue, like, go for a 4-staff, go for something else that has a better build-up.
It's important that Lion stays alive, because he can actually take advantage of Morphling doing the shotgun build. If you, like, blink, like, Hex, Impale, Finger, he's probably going to die.
Yes. And that's the beauty of the Blink Daggers means he's not going to get caught out by the shotgun. The shotgun's going to be maybe aimed at someone like the Timbersaw instead, who's on the front lines. Timbersaw at this point is just going to be like the frontline kind of feeder, like a strategic feeder for first departure maybe.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
Yes,
depending
he
who
is.
gets doomed. Like these last fights, it's been Brewmaster getting doomed, and I feel like the dooms have so often they don't have good lockdown. I think that, and that's why you say the blink on Wraith King's needed, because without that blink, they have no way to actually stun heroes. Because Aosin trying to walk in with to a stun is just not going to work.
Yes. That's the biggest issue that I see with their team fight initiative. It's all like rather poor. It's like a Yules into a silence, like a Wraith King walking up, a blink Doom with no slow.
So many times we've seen Doom and there's not getting kills.
Yeah.
He's gotten kills off, I think, like 1 in 4 Dooms maybe.
Even Atos is pretty good, actually. I like Atos.
On Doom or yeah, like,
On Doom. It's legit.
Doom's going Ag Scepter. What do you think about the Ag Scepter?
Ew. Oh, well, this could be a throw.
He said, look, you said it didn't matter. Bambo's on Doom here. He can't throw. But we'll see.
I underestimate the power of the throw.
Yeah. Naga Illusion's coming in. I think scout out Roshan here, but I think you're fine giving up Zephyr. I mean, you're not fine with it, but you can't stop it.
They didn't need to use the Ghost, I feel like. But better safe
It
than
secures
sorry.
it. It's like FD see that and think, yeah, we're not fighting Roche. FD going to make their way towards top lane, maybe hoping that a hero comes top to defend and they can get a quick pick off and back off. But for now, Naga has Boots of Travel, and with Boots of Travel, Naga can just get around the map and just farm a whole lot faster. Pipe picked up.
I haven't really felt like the tree has done anything yet. I think if they really wanted to do this, they could have done a Coddle. I think he would have gotten a lot more out of the jungle. He synergizes much better with Naga's split push mentality, and he's really good at delaying the game so that you can't push. So
Treant's only input has been like keeping towers alive. Overgrowth is not a useful spell against Morphling or Death
pretty
Prophet.
much anyone.
Yeah, this is not a game where it's like, oh, you can overgrowth their BKB carry. Ooh, Chains get zoomed up. He's caught out. Here comes a TP from the Brewmaster. This should be enough to save Chains. There's no backup to get this kill. And again, we see a just failed gank. Bambo maybe in some trouble here. Does Brewmaster pop the ultimate? May get silenced up soon. KS goes for the ultimate, gets silenced, so gonna get shotgun down maybe, and gets burst down. And that was maybe questionable play coming out from the Brewmaster there. Yules Scepter being used on the Treant. They've got detection for this one, and Treant looks like he'll go down as well. So 2 for nothing, unnecessary. They saved the Naga Siren there, which is nice, but Brewmaster could have just backed off and or used his ultimate.
Yes, he's being a little bit conservative with it.
Just throw it. Even if you
Just
don't get
throw
the
it,
kill, like, you know you're safe, and if no one comes, you get the kill with your ultimate. If they come, you get out because you've used your ultimate.
Yeah.
The alternative is you don't ulti, you don't get the kill, you don't escape.
Yeah, he has the axe too, and he's level 11, so it's a very good time for him.
With Axe, I think he sort of gets double thunderclap. Like, you get that kill straight up.
Yes.
Bottom tower is under attack.
No
Or
faith in
even
his
slow for
micro.
his team. And just buy time with Cyclone. It would have been pretty good. And they could have waited for the Naga Siren ultimate or Doom to wear off too. They could have killed a lot of people.
Is under attack.
For now, they give up a tier 2 bottom tower. Not by their own will. That's something they just had to have happen. Corey has got his shotgun up. 2k gold on top of that. And once again, we see the golden XP graphs just dip down towards the favor of Team Zephyr. Something which, first departure, I'm pretty obviously worried about, but the Naga Siren, well, up to 1,300 gold. Boots of Travel, Radiance, Drums. It's a small hope, at least, for a first departure.
I don't think it's that small.
Okay. What do you give their odds right now?
It's pretty poor. Maybe like 15 to 20%, but I've been seeing a lot of strange things coming out from Zephyr.
Yeah.
I think if they had, it doesn't seem like they're terribly well versed in how to create space with Death Prophet as well as secure farm and with Morphling and not lose team fights at the same time. Like they always bring in Corey to the team fights. I think they can just replicate with him and then replicate, send them as 4 and then threaten towers with 4 with a replicate illusion there, and then get farm with Morphling and prevent Naga from split pushing and farming at the same time. So they're accomplishing a lot of goals at once, but they're not executing properly, so they're missing out on a lot of efficiency, and they're also giving a lot of farm to Naga that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
So
It feels like if this was like a, I don't know, DK versus IG, like you would give the Radiant team a big, like they would be down with like a 5 to 10% chance. Just because Zephyr are not that strong in the late game, you give them a much lower chance.
it's not the easiest to execute,
Yeah.
and they could be executing a lot better.
Well, it's just giving more room and space for chains. It does feel like it's getting to a point where Zephyr's just thinking, well, we're battling with this Naga. Let's just get our Morphling even more farm and hope that he beats the Naga late game. Morphling is on
He's
his
not
way
the
to a
best
Manta
Naga
style.
counter.
No, I agree. I mean, he's mobile around the map, which helps deal with the split push, but like it's not like he can just
Dire's middle
crush
tower
Naga
is
illusions
under
that
attack.
easily.
He already needs BOTs instead of power treads, so the way this game is set up.
Diffusal Blade is like kind of wrecks Morphling if he gets like 4 or 5 illusions on him. It
Yeah,
hurts.
he'll have Manta though, so he'll
Yeah.
be okay.
Well, Zephyr now, it looks like they want to focus their attentions on the top lane, so possibly get this last tier 2 tower on the map. And I love looking at this minimap. There's Naga illusions in like 4 or 5 different places on the map. They're just all over, behind the tier 2 mid tower, in the enemy jungle, bottom lane creep skipping. They're just everywhere, causing
Dire's
havoc right
middle
now.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
it is really going to be. It's pretty much on the line, I think, to secure the kill on the Morphling. If they get a Hex or a Finger on him, he can
Yeah.
die so easily. But if Lion is out of position and gets shotgun early on in the fight, they will Morphling lose.
Ghost being popped, living armor as well, and
Is under attack.
how are they going to fight this? Naga Siren's back to Fountain, so it looks like they're just happy to back off, give this up,
Radiant
and
structures
say,
are
"Nuh-uh."
fortified.
They won't be able to take another fight with Aegis and with Ghost, so I think this is perfectly fine for them.
no trades coming from first departure. Like they're not getting pressuring the.
getting Scepter? Oh my goodness.
It's. So it does more damage, and also it lasts longer. It doesn't go down the duration as long as you're next to them. So
Yeah, but a lot of times he just run away, and if he keeps chasing, he'll run into 5 heroes and be 1 on
Yeah.
5.
I guess he's thinking he can solo kill the Naga Siren if Naga Siren's solo split pushing. That to me is the only thing I can think of. Like if Naga Siren's alone, you happen to get a blink war stomp into Doomoff, you can kill the Naga Siren with no
I think he
accent.
could do that with a Shiva's.
Okay.
And Shiva's is just generally a lot better.
Yeah.
Or if they want to take team fights, like blink BKB and just chase them down too.
I guess it's more when like if Naga Siren farms a Heart of Tarask, then
Mhm.
Doom doesn't. You don't get the kill with Doom unless you've got Acceptor maybe. But that's like 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes
Yeah.
from now, 15 minutes.
If he
from
wants
now.
to go Scepter or Refresher, I think that's okay too.
Okay.
But just straight Scepter without anything else. Like if you're going to go Scepter Shiva, Scepter Heart, Scepter AC, then there are better choices.
Well, first departure went for a smoke, didn't really do a whole lot with it, but they're happy to just sit around, work on getting their next couple items up. Timbersaw has finished the mech, going towards Bloodstone now, it looks like. And does Zephyr have a gem right now? I feel like that's something they kind of won against this Treant Protector, because Treant's being pretty annoying with the living armor. They've got wards up around the map which haven't been dewarded, and there's no gem in sight
They
for
definitely
Zephyr.
should. They should get one on Wraith King.
I think that's one of those things which is like supports, like once you get 15 minutes in the game, if you're ahead, you just buy a gem.
Yeah.
And Wraith King's picked Mithril Hammer up. Like you said, Blink Dagger's almost needed for the Wraith King.
In fact, if coach him in game, I would tell him to get one.
It's also in I guess, okay, you've got the Morphling here, and I think Morphling's going to be building into that right-clicking carry, because he's going to have the Wraith King lifesteal to back him up as well this game.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. How long until Aegis expires? They have...
It has expired.
It has, oh yeah, it has expired,
Yeah.
so...
They're pushing without. They say, let's
They're
do
pushing
this.
without Heart too. I think they really need the Heart on Death
Dire's
Prophet if
middle tower
they
is
want to
under
win this
attack.
fight. This is a questionable push.
Yeah.
They could easily wait 2 minutes. They'd have Aegis and Heart.
Yeah.
But
400 gold short of it, but they're intent.
What is
that
this?
ward?
I don't know.
Ay, ay, ay.
Maybe they hope they're placing a sentry. I don't exactly know who did
Yeah.
that.
I maybe a misclick, who knows?
Easy Observer Ward.
Oh, break the Lincolns, Corey. Immediate
No,
reaction.
save the Observer Ward. No.
It's the bait. It's like
Shotgun.
Try to kill this observer ward and we burst you down. That was a weird ward. Change is going to...
Can they execute? This is the time. This is do or die, but Change is actually not there.
He wants to counter push mid, but then he's like, wait, nope, they've popped Ghost. I gotta come back.
You cannot counter push mid once they're at your
He's going into the jungle.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Does he really think they can hold off a Rax without himself?
He's getting a rune, maybe? No? He's making his way bottom.
If they don't think, if they think that he's there, then they won't. Then maybe they won't push
Mind
as
game.
aggressively.
There goes Brewmaster. Gets the ultimate. No silence in time from Blitz. He gets the melee Rax. They're taking a lot of damage. Doom goes down on the Timbersaw, though. Gets cycloned up. It's too late there. They lose Aosun to start the fight here. Corey morphing string, trying to keep himself alive. Bambo now back into play here after being used up. There's a blink. Impale coming out. Nicely played by the line. Hits 2 with that one, but the morph is there doing a lot of damage. Figure of Death does absolutely nothing. KS is back. Where's that Naga Siren now, though? Showing up after the fight's already been lost.
She could sleep and 5-man wipe them probably right now.
They've used everything. Yeah, no shotgun, no nothing, but...
Wow. What?
That was a weird fight. Like, what's your Naga Siren doing venturing towards mid and bottom lane when your Raptors are under siege?
She could have wrecked them there so hard. This game is so strange. It's so weird casting different regions.
SCA Dota, man. SCA Dota, throw
Wow.
Dota.
Chains, man. He got drums too. If you're drums,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I want to fight. I want to do this.
I think he just said, look, guys, we can play from Rax down. I'm a Naga Siren, but the rest of his team's like, no, we want to fight this, so... Who knows?
Who knows?
Well.
Lion popped back, and they didn't really get anything out of it either. He fingered a full HP Doom. Like, 100% full HP.
That was like, oh, I'm
Good
probably going to
times.
die. I better use my ultimate. Otherwise, I haven't done my job.
Oh, well.
Not the best of fingers.
No.
Ag Scepter coming close on your AA for Purge, and there's a Maelstrom complete on Wraith King. So the items coming out for the Zephyr supports with all the tower gold they're getting. It is 32 plus minutes in the game, so you should expect something.
If they lose the next Rax with Aegis, FD I think will almost certainly lose this game.
Yeah.
They still have a pretty good fighting chance if they're only 1 Rax down, but 2 Rax down versus a Morphling that's this far ahead of the Naga Siren is extremely difficult. And he's actually going to be 6-lettered fairly soon. His BKB will come out at about 1,000 gold, so by the time they secure this Aegis, he'll probably be 6-lettered. It's a little unfortunate that it's almost a full duration Roche timer too. That's a good 3 minutes,
yeah.
I think. It's like exactly 3 minutes.
Yeah, space for your Naga Siren to get that next item up.
So she can't fight and defend.
Yeah, just so she can do the same. Bit more of what we've seen. Chain's gonna find an Invis rune. Still has his bottle, so can refill his bottle with this. And Zephyr just don't seem to have, like, they've got a couple wards up. They just don't seem to have that much. They haven't had map control the entire game, and even wards like that, like, they're not really doing a whole lot with them. I feel like seeing this game makes me just makes me doubt Zephyr even more, even though they're likely to win this game.
Yeah, it does. It does. But maybe they're not really used to running this. I haven't seen too much Death Prophet out of them. They run it
in the Korean tournaments. They're running it quite a bit in KDL and quite a few tournaments.
Then
so.
I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty common pick for them in general.
Interesting.
You go back to that Blitz Storm Spirit.
I like the Storm Spirit.
Teams have not been picking him for whatever reason. Corey now with a BKB combined with a Manta Style. He is huge. He's a full 5k net worth ahead of your Naga Siren. They're trying to contest Roche, but there's no Naga. You don't have sleep. What are you doing trying to fight this?
I don't know, man.
KS, please, no, don't go. Blink out, blink away.
I stopped asking why.
No, okay, you can still blink. Blink. Oh.
You can't blink after Yule anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that change. He's donezo.
Oh, that's his buyback he's going to have to use.
That was the secret Blink Dagger nerf, the buff to Yule's Scepter.
And Dafa's going to die too.
Yeah, that's alright. Why did he insta-buyback? He could have at least waited to make his next buyback cooldown shorter.
I stopped asking why a long time ago in this game.
I'll follow suit.
It's a question.
Okay. Well, Naga Siren, rat doting 3 lanes at once. Illusions bottom, mid, and top.
They're just looking at the game right now. They have Aegis, they have Exorcism, they have a lot. Wait, where are the creeps? There's one creep. There's one siege creep.
Naga, man. Yeah, okay. Naga doing work. Naga's got a creep top. Naga's going for the push. This siege creep is going to maybe help push. They got to kill that siege creep. They're pinging the siege. Like, get this motherfucking siege creep. Don't let it enter the base. We got our backdoor protection. Doom's going to die to start the fight. Immediate buyback. Aosin taking heavy damage as well. They kill the Brewmaster. Get that siege creep out of this base. It's hitting the tower, though. I think they've lost backdoor protection now. Timbersaw getting low. Gonna mech himself up. Saves his life. Timber Chain's out as well. Naga Siren still ratting up the top lane, but it looks like he's been pushed back by the TPs. Purge getting very low. Not out of it just yet. Glyph now being popped as well. By first departure, they're doing anything to keep themselves in this lane. The tower going to go down. Rax is now under siege. Where is that Naga Siren? Has got to get in and get in fast. Lubby now, shotgun, going to finish him off with a waveform. This is looking bad for first departure. Ensnare comes out, but he gets silenced up, so he can't actually fight. Corey just going to right-click him down. Now Rain Track, the next target for Corey, and with this, it's going to be a second lane of Rax.
Is Naga going to end the game 0-0? That's a pretty likely possibility.
Yeah, I can see it. To bottom lane we go, say Zephyr. Who needs ghosts? You've got no line, you've got no Brewmaster. How do you stop Corey? He's still got Aegis, he's still got BKB. Waveform through the illusions, and he's going to just focus down these Raxes. I think first departure is done for.
He's pushing out. Like, why is he not defending your Rax? Chains.
He's a lost chicken. Doom being casual. You Doom the Brewmaster, he can't defend. GG!
Well, I'm glad I took the 75% on that one. That was... What? That is no RTZ Naga. I'll just say that.
Whew. Thanks for casting, Ben.
GG. WP.
Wow. What an interesting way to start things off here in the SCA Qualifier. This is just a taste of what to come. This is one of, I would say, at least 15 throws. I mean, that's not a throw. Like, end of the day, Zephyr were head and ahead continuously, but we're in for at least 15 games where you just sit back and say, why did they do that? What the fuck was that?
What was that?
Why? Like, this is going to happen a lot. It's entertaining,
so
Dota.
strange.
The teams are good, but they play crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah. Basically, what happened?
What on earth? What? I don't know what I just... I was the one observing it. I don't know what I just watched. Naga Siren had so much net worth, it never contributed to a single fight.
0-0.
0-0-2 ended the game. Probably some random Radiance assist in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
Like,
My-
I don't know. Props to Corey. Farmed really well. Got that first blood, fast Midas. I really like that he was making the... Like, every single time that he had Replicate up, every single Replicate was of a Naga Siren illusion. It was not of his teammates. He was not trying to be cheeky about things. He realized, look, if I have a Radiance on my team, that's a great way to push out 2 lanes. That's a great way to deal with the Naga Siren in this game. So
I think
well
the other big problem for Dispatch is they had the Timbersaw on the offlane. I think if that... I mean, Centaur would have been the perfect offlane in that game. It did get banned out 5th, but they need an offlaner who didn't need as much farm and could have a bigger impact. Like, having
Centaur and Coddle as swapping out Timber and
Yeah,
Tree.
I think you need to swap out
Yeah.
like Timber with a Centaur and then someone else with the tree. I don't know. Coddle would be nice.
Panda's like okay, but I don't think it's enough.
Yeah,
They just
well-
need like in and out.
What was their other support? Was a
Lion I think's fine.
Yeah. Lion was fine. It's
Lion-
great against Morphling. You have an instant way to pop the Lincoln
even like
Sphere,
a Sand
lots of
King. I
lockdown.
mean, Sand King was banned by, I think it was actually first departure who banned Sand King in the second stage. But
Their
yeah.
lineups didn't synergize with their play and game plan.
Yeah, I mean, Fear talked a lot about the Dream Protector. It's like a hero you have to be aggressive with early and keep your T1 towers alive. They did not do that at all.
Yeah.
The
what you
Dream
did.
Protector was 0 impact the entire game. Like even the Timbersaw did more. Not that Timbersaw did much.
I don't necessarily think it was a lot of his fault. There was some things he could have done better, like put pressure on DP
No,
mid
it was
stack.
the
but
hero's fault.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was the hero's
The
fault.
strategy's fault. Yeah. Okay.
So it was strange.
And I
Anything
mean,
else?
there were a couple of moments where Zephyr almost exposed themselves to things going really wrong, like re-engaging mid after the Exorcism was down,
Yeah.
and they'd whiffed the Doom on the Brewmaster. The tower took a little bit longer to take than they expected. That could have been a huge song into everybody getting...
Even the left side,
absolutely
the
getting
Rax
blown out.
fight. If they
Yeah.
song, they could literally 5-0 or 5
Yeah.
killed them.
That was the one
Chains
fight when
wandered
Naga
down
should
the
have been up.
river, went to bottom lane, like...
He didn't even do it. He could have been mid. If he wanted to counter push, he should have been doing that the entire time. It was only as they went high ground where he's like, I'm going to go farm this medium camp in my jungle.
Yeah,
I'll send an illusion bottom lane, but the hero itself was in the jungle.
Yeah, they went all 5 to attempt the defense at the tier 2,
Yeah.
and then they decided, okay, we don't want to take the fight at the tier 2, but in the time that they were all sitting around behind the tower just doing nothing, the lanes pushed into them, and that meant the Naga Siren couldn't get out to the lanes fast enough to actually apply any pressure. So Zephyr had no decision to make. The only thing was, do we go high ground or do we go high ground? And the answer was go high ground.
I think the MVP of that game was that siege creep walking up the base.
That's siege creep.
That one siege creep.
Immune to
allowing
radiance.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too strong.
Yeah, no, that siege creep did some work that game, but
It just has one goal: go for the towers.
get rid of that freaking backdoor protection.
Cardi,
Yeah.
he's on it again.
If it wasn't for that, they could have just not fought. They could have just laid
Yeah.
back. Like, I don't think they could have out DPS the backdoor protection. But
Oh.
Alright. Well, that does
So,
it. We've got
Weird game.
We're
Weird
getting
game.
the go go go. One of the hand signals of Roland's that I've now figured out. There's the no, not ready, and now there's the hurry it up. We've got a lobby to join. So guys, we've got a lobby to join. The TI4 qualifiers presented by Monster will continue shortly. We're the NA Hub, and don't go anywhere.